everybody. Thank you guys for joining another episode of Gaining Visibility Through Publicity podcast. My name is Cynthia, and I am the host of Gaining Visibility Through Publicity podcast. And welcome to the show today. Today, I will be talking about how to grow your company with visibility podcasting. And podcasting is one great way to grow your visibility. Podcasts are very unique and very fun and interesting. Just like TED Talks are very popular, podcasting is super popular and a great medium, kind of like a radio talk show. I love NPR, I love the information sharing, and I love the commentary in the news. It's super interesting and a great way and listening tool. Podcasts actually help to reach audiences. That's visibility. Growing your company with visibility is the topic of today's episode. Podcasting is one way. Reach audiences, entertain, and also build credibility. So podcasting helps to share interesting topics as well. So people love to listen to interesting human interest content. People enjoy listening on the go. Radio is super popular. Podcasting can be transferred to radio. There are different ways to reach audiences with interesting topics, and it's actually interesting as in entertaining. So build credibility through podcasting. That's a perfect way to gain visibility for your company and actually share interesting topics. Reach audiences, entertain, build credibility, and share interesting topics with podcasting. And also, the next great way that your company can grow visibility is through TV spots. TV spots are interesting ways to share visibility. It could be a guest interview. It could also be an interview on a talk show, news show, and also guest interviewing on a podcast. So TV podcasts are more so like conferences as well, conference like a press conference. And TV spots on news interviews and also TV interviews are great ways to share visibility and highlights. I love CNBC with Donnie Dolch, and he is a wonderful interviewer, business interviewer. And of course, Oprah. Oprah features business people, thought leaders, and actresses and celebrities, and is a wonderful person and host. And I love E-Entertainment. So E-Entertainment actually features interviews and updates. They're really, really wonderful and nice. And that's a great way to actually increase views, gain visibility, know your audience. So TV spots helps you to segment audiences, localize, and gain market share so that your audience can see you and that you can know your audience through different press mediums such as TV spots and TV interviews. And also, it lets your audience know more about you and about your niche, or it also highlights different popular news highlights that is going on with your press or publicity. So it's a great publicity way and mannerism of being visible and gaining visibility. And then also news and announcements. So many people announce different news, just like TV spots for like grand openings and also speeches to tell more about it, or going off during the press conference, and actually interviewing and being, on set and sharing information to the local audiences and viewers, even alone or single, outside of the grand opening show. So a press conference is a full-on press conference, but standing there as a person and sharing information is really, really another way to give a television promotional news spot. It helps to increase visibility, it expands that reach and market, and it also actually increases listeners and gives that listening ear an opportunity to learn more from the company or business or thought leader. So, TV spots are really great ways to gain visibility for companies and businesses and announce news and other updates. The third one that I have featured today, I'm providing 3 tips, is online e-zines. Online e-zines are very amazing. They increase audience share and audience reach. So, online audiences are minty and plenty and a few. So, an online e-zine can reach audiences with great information. It gives that reach. It can also increase and get online mentions for the audience or brand or the thought leader. And then it also showcases visibility with a visibility medium, and it increases awareness. So online e-zines are like online newspapers, online websites, and online magazines. There are many and kind of like the blogs or microblogs, but many days now and our mediums. There are lots of online e-zines. I remember Created Content or Content Created, an article writing company. And then US Today has an online feature e-zine, and so does New Yorker. And some of the content sometimes is more online than printed in the paper because people read and surf the news each day. So they sometimes feature both and have feature highlights, and online news commentary and online e-zines can be somewhat different. Some people just have a microblog or an online news website and may not have a printed paper. And so online e-zines actually help to increase awareness and reach. And the online internet information stays on there for quite some time and for a while and really spreads across the board with that content. So, what the niche is, what the topic is about, it raises the awareness. And online feature stories are very popular. It increases visibility for thought leaders. It helps to showcase books for authors and bestsellers and helps to raise awareness across the board of the internet and shares with audiences and gains more reach and mentions. So, increasing awareness and gaining visibility is a great way to actually get highlights and share information with companies and actually be featured in brands and on e-zines and on news and commentary and other content, and is a really amazing way and mannerism of gaining visibility. So, this episode is about growing your company with visibility. The 3 tips and highlights that I shared are podcasting, TV spots, and online e-zines. So, those 3 tools and mechanisms are great ways to increase visibility for your company. TV spots such as interviews, press conferences, and also promotional spots, such as like maybe a show, such as a TV show, and being a guest speaker on there or guest interview, and sharing highlights and visibility of the feature is a really nice press and TV spot tool, and also interviews. And then online e-zines are amazing news websites and news magazines that increases audience reach. I peruse online articles each day on my Google um, mobile phone and actually read news and updates, and that's like current events. That's how I keep up with different news and what's happening in society, reading the news or watching the news. And being a PR person and a fan of like entertainment and celebrity and business, how else do fans know about different things other than that it's featured online or in the news? So, online commentary, such as articles and online information, such as news and events, is featured basically on online e-zines and news sites. And it includes like entertainment, new product launches, product features, interesting tips and highlights, and different commentary. And it actually shares information, and it's a wonderful medium and way and mannerism of sharing content. One of the other great things that is important about sharing the news is having a feature um, that is visibility. So, visibility means like a medium. So, a medium feature that's such as a design that includes like a thought leadership photo or a book, or just a product. Like even product showcases are very great visibility tools, and those visibility tools give that impression of who, and gives that impression of what, and then what's so good about it or what's great about it. That's that information about the features and the benefits of the product or the service, and what's so great about it. So, all these really great ways and mannerisms are great visibility tools that you can implement in your business each week. I like to share different tips and strategies on my podcast on how to gain visibility through publicity. And I'm a PR professional. I am a representative of Posh Concepts PR, my PR agency, and also podcast host of this podcast, Gaining Visibility Through Visibility Podcast. And I feature different news and commentary and updates about how businesses can gain a competitive advantage through visibility. So each week, promoting not only the press release within the business of press and news updates and happenings, but also maybe TV spots, getting on a TV interview, having a press conference, sharing with the company and the community what's happening and going on, writing an article and putting it on an online news site, sharing it with news sites and agency versus just social media posts. So those are three traditional ways of, and also a new way. Podcasting is a little bit new. NPR has been popular, and the other two, TV spots, are popular and traditional, and online news zines are actually getting more popular and traditional too. So, one of the other great things that I like to share is about the importance of PR. PR is brand awareness, raising brand awareness through sharing information and sharing the most important points and highlights. It gives and builds awareness for the brand, it shares with the audience, and it also helps to build that company culture or that trustworthy factor. And the internet, you hear people like to say that know, like, and trust factor. And it gives that audience the opportunity to get or give information. So it's that audience reach. How do you reach your audiences? How do you share information? How does the audience know about your brand? And what is your brand all about? Or what is your business all about? So that's just sharing information. PR is a great strategy to do that. It is similar to marketing. PR and marketing goes with the promotions. So new product launches and publicity is promotions and promotional campaigns or PR campaigns. That's all a part of public relations. Marketing and communications and business management is also about the website, the logo, and also the social media and sharing that marketing post and sharing that information and gaining reach from that content. And with public relations and publicity, it gives more of a visibility highlight. It creates press, it creates interest, and it also gives an impression in the mind of the viewer that, oh, wow, this is great and interesting highlight. Oh, that's so interesting what you're doing. That's so interesting what you have done. Thank you for featuring that and sharing that with us. Oh, wow, that's what type of thought leadership or posts or what acting commentary, news, and great show or information that you're doing. And then, oh my goodness, I read about your interesting post online. I read more about what you're doing. And in my mind, as a customer audience, I now think this or know this about it. And things like that. That's what PR does, and press releases, and also PR writing, like an online zine, a feature story, thought leadership, and even the press media type of press conferences. And learning more and interviews help to build more trust and credibility, and gives that information sharing and lets people just know that that's just what it is. So, interesting TED Talks and interesting business shows with people who are doing really great things and who are experts and educated in their profession and their craft and work in their craft and their business and share details. That's all about PR and marketing. I happen to be a PR major. I majored in communications, and I'm also a representative. I'm actually a new social, um, actually PRSA ambassador for social media. And so I share the importance of the PR profession and am a member of Public Relations Society of America. And it supports professionals and practitioners and is a great organization. And I was just selected as and recognized as a new PRSA ambassador. And it's important to build credibility within the industry. My podcast, Gaining Visibility Through Publicity, is about PR. It isn't really about marketing, it's about public relations. It isn't really about branding, it's about PR and visibility. So, PR visibility and those great press and mediums and sharing those feature stories, sharing those great promotional campaigns, sharing those great different product launch highlights and news and awareness, and getting that credibility, sharing credibility through the who, the what, and the so what factor, or what's it all about? What's your brand all about? What's your business all about? What is your featured news content that you're sharing? And there's so much to share and so many great things and great types of content out there. And increasing that reach and getting those mentions to the audiences and sharing with those audiences more or less about the brand, more or less about the person or the type of service or the actual product, and sharing those visibility highlights and promotional points in a unique and creative way and mannerism, and posting those impressions to gain visibility and putting a face to a name or design to the name or the product, and having mentions. So, how things are spread across the board and gain reach. And people mention people online or in press. And that social listening and media monitoring actually helps the brand to know more about its brand, how it's being seen in the light of the customer, and how its customer is seeing its brand or its product. And press releases, media news writing, and also being visible helps to increase that credibility factor and shares information about what's going on and helps with the impression. It's kind of like company culture. What do people think about your brand? What do people think about your news or content? And what do people think about the actual thought leadership? The interesting factor about the expertise or the interesting factor about what's being shared. That's what TED Talks generally host and share interesting content. And that's what podcasting is about, with sharing information for people to listen to and learn from. And also, that's what TV highlights and TV interviews and promotional spots are for, people to gain publicity. And it's very important. It's very traditional. It's very much a great way to gain visibility. And it's very much a great way to get in the face of the customer or get visibility for your brand. Let the customers know more about yourself. I decided to do an online podcast today because I do have an online video podcast and also a YouTube channel where I do share more about myself. And as a thought leader, I'm a PR expert. I have over 15 years of experience in PR, and I also have an MBA in marketing. So I understand the importance of PR and understand the importance of marketing And I like to assist with marketing management, PR management, and actually helping to build those impressions and credibility week over week, and have those credibility building and trust factors interplay, and it helps to gain competitive advantage for the business. It helps them to get in the mind of the customer. It helps them to be more visible to their audience, and it also builds trust. And it's a traditional way of marketing and PR, things that we've been watching and participating in, and how we know more about brands outside of, being in the community as shoppers and viewers. I'm a reader. I like the library. I like to read. I read the newsstands, and purchase magazines and pick up magazines along the way. Those are all very great press mediums. And then the online internet, online e-zines, TV spots, and podcasting or traditional mediums for like announcing in TV, and the electronics. It helps to support like the electronic truth about, video. We have our own online videos. Why not do an online podcast and be featured? And also podcasting, traditional radio shows. I like NPR. NPR is really amazing. It's helped teach me a lot about politics. It's taught me a lot about culture, and it also has taught me a lot about society. And TED Talks are popular, and podcasting has become popular across the board. There's a lot of really great and unique podcasts out there. Podcasting is very important, and it's a great way to share information. And it's also a great entertainment tool. Listening to an online book or online audio commentary, or listening to an online news report is basically what podcasting is. And so I'm happy to be sharing these details with you guys. My company, Posh Concepts PR, actually has and features different opportunities and promotional packages where you can get a feature story or a news spot and have it featured online, and actually have a type of visibility post to go with it too. So visit www.poshconceptspr.wordpress.com and peruse those different promotional opportunities, the PR opportunities, and submit more details through the comment section, or contact section actually, and also here on the comment section on the podcast. And if you're interested in working with me and gaining visibility for your business, brand, or company, reach out and contact me. And I have different packages and tiers that are really amazing and that can actually gain more visibility for your brand or business, and actually help to build credibility, trustworthiness, and share info with your business and company, and get that reach and impression, and actually media monitoring and those mentions as well. So thank you guys for listening today. This is another episode of Gaining Visibility Through Publicity podcast. Today's episode is about growing your company's visibility. And I shared with you guys 3 tips on how to grow your company's visibility through podcasting, TV spots, and online e-zines, and shared the highlights and the importance of those traditional PR mediums and the trendiness of it, and gave you guys a great highlight and something that you guys can implement, and also that a PR professional, a PR expert can implement. So contact Posh Concept PR and have a PR expert assist with PR management and publicity management, and getting those feature stories out for you guys. And my name is Cynthia Crosby, and I'm the host of this podcast, Gaining Visibility Through Publicity. And I'm super excited that you guys decided to listen in. And I'm super excited about all the wonderful things that are happening with Posh Concepts. And thank you, PRSA, for selecting me as a PRSA ambassador. PR is a very great career, and PR is very important, and ethics is very important in PR. And I'm happy to share with other PR professionals. I actually interviewed one of my PR and community classmates on the last episode that's going to That was this previous episode. And I'm so excited that I got a chance to interview her. We talked about travel PR and provided tips and updates to the travel industry and talked about PR and its importance. And I'm super happy to be a part of PRSA as a member. And I am so happy about being selected as a PRSA ambassador and being a social media ambassador for PRSA. So make sure you guys follow online and peruse those mentions, comment when you guys see posts, and share in the great things that are happening with me, Cynthia Crosby, of Posh Concepts PR, and the host of this podcast, Gaining Visibility Through Publicity. And comment and follow and listen each week to new episodes and comment and answer the polls. I do feature some polls and questions on the podcast and would love to hear comments and feedback about the podcast and gain more of those followers. The followership is increasing on the podcast, and we want to continue to increase our listeners. And we're also providing the opportunity for sponsors. I do feature different sponsorships and different brands. Interact is one of the brands that I like. It's a quiz brand and it's really amazing. Quizzes help to increase visibility and actually helps to build trust and communications between the brand and the audience. And it gives the brand and the audience to host unique quizzes and fun commentary that actually is fun and entertaining. So Interact Quizzes is a wonderful brand that I feature and am a affiliate partner of. And I think it's an amazing medium, and I will be featuring a link that you guys can sign up for it and use quizzes in your business too to reach your audience and engage your audience and have just something fun and nice and interesting, such as a quiz that helps with visitors, and it helps to increase visitors to websites and social media, and it helps with that user connection and that customer loyalty. That's really amazing too. So thank you guys for listening, and we're so happy to be featured and posting each week on Spotify. Spotify is amazing podcast brand. We were previously on Anchor Podcast. Now we've been picked up by Spotify. So Spotify for podcasters is the podcast host medium. Thank you, Spotify. I love your guys' music platform. I enjoy listening to the music on there. And the podcasting platform is really amazing, and it makes podcasting very neat and unique, and that user experience is very great. Thank you all, and make sure you guys visit Posh Concepts PR website online, and also comment here on the podcast, Gaining Visibility Through Publicity, on the poll, and also comment different like testimonials or feedback. What do you think about the podcast? And are you a new listener? And what do you think about PR? So comment those comments and let me know. And thank you guys for listening, and you guys have a great day.